and welcome to Flight School. Crafternoons. I'm Miss Angela with the Indian Valley Public Library. Today, we are going to be building a couple of airplanes from this book. It is called The Kid's Guide to Paper Airplanes by Christopher L. Harbaugh. So we are going to be making two different airplanes from this book. So we are going to start off with more of a classic airplane shape. And what's really cool about this book is not only does it tell you how to make an airplane, it actually gives you a tip on how to fly the airplane. So we're going to be using that later. And this one says, this is the Sonic Dart. It tells you what kind of paper you need. You just need a regular old piece of paper. I have a piece of scrap paper that we had made a flyer with. So I love to repurpose paper for you making paper airplanes. So, but you can use whatever kind of paper you want. Just remember that the thicker the paper is, the harder it is to fold. So this tells you you need an 8.5 by 11 inch size piece of paper, which is this. And that's pretty much all you need. So this is called the Sonic Dart, and what's really cool about the Sonic Dart, this is what it looks like when you're done, but it tells you the flying tip is, use a gentle toss with a slight upward angle. All right, so let's get building. So you're going to take the piece of paper, and I'm going to put the colored side of my piece of paper on the inside, so if you're repurposing a piece of scrap paper, I like to do that because that way if I want to decorate the outside of the airplane, I can do it later. You can do however you want. So you're basically going to do a valley fold fold the paper in half and crease along the center line. And then you're going to unfold. That's going to be your reference point for the center of your airplane. So now you are going to take the corners and fold them into the center like so. So you want to fold the right one and also the left one. You can do that in any order you want. You're just going to fold them both in to make the nose of your airplane. Now with that folded, for this one, we are then going to do another valley fold. We're going to take this edge here and fold it into the center line. And line the paper up like that, so it follows the whole center line. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. So again, we're going to take that corner and we're going to line it up. It's okay if it's not exactly lined up with the other one. As close as you can is fine. We're going to crease that there. So now we have even more of a point to our airplane's nose there. Now we are going to fold it back along that same first fold that we did. We're going to do that again. So now we have a big long triangle, and because this is the front of our airplane, we're going to turn the tip, we're going to turn the whole thing this way. And now this airplane has a really thin body. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold maybe about 1/4 inch, not leave a whole lot. This says 1 inch. But I like to do mine a little bit narrower than that. So you're just going to fold it flat, a straight line as best as you can, with just a little bit of body there. So then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Try to line the wings up as best as you can and crease it along there. So now what we have is just a little bit of body here, just a little bit here, and big wings. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to give your wings a little tips here. So we're going to take this corner right here and we're going to just fold it up. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And really that's all you do for this. So you're going to unfold the wings like this, unfold these, and there you have the Sonic Dart. So now it's time to build a different type of paper airplane. I liked this one because it's a weird shape. It's a shape that I wasn't used to growing up making paper airplanes. We made more things like that Sonic Dart that we just made, but we're going to make something a little bit different. And just like the other example that we did, the other plane that we did, it tells here, this is called the space ring, and it has here that we need for this one a square piece of paper. I just so happen to have a piece of origami paper. It doesn't have to be origami paper. It can be any square piece of paper. And just like the other one, it actually has also a flying tip, which, because I don't have experience flying these planes, I thought was a really helpful thing. And the flying tip says, hold the pointed end of the wing with your index finger and thumb. Release the space ring with a gentle forward push. Hold it high when you launch it to make it glide further. So that's going to come in handy later. All right, so you're going to start with your square piece of paper with looking kind of like a diamond shape. And we're going to do a valley fold. This time we're going to fold it up. So we're going to fold it up, match up the top and the bottom points, and crease it along the middle. So it looks like that. Now, a little bit from the edge to creating a narrow strip, we're just going to fold the edge up like this. So it almost looks like a little bit like a newspaper hat, if you've ever made a newspaper hat. So you have a little strip. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it again. We're going to kind of like roll it up and do a narrow strip the same length. And it looks like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to curve this whole thing around. And you see how you have a little triangular piece here? You're actually going to, and you have a fold here, you're actually going to just tuck it in. So that you want to tuck it in pretty far so it doesn't come apart. And now you're going to just kind of roll it out so it looks round like that. And that's it. That's all you do. So there's your space ring. Now, the next step would be, we got to fly these airplanes. So we have our space ring and our sonic dart, and I want to know which one is going to go further. So I think that's what we should do next. All right, let's fly them. Our first contender is the sonic dart. Now, if you remember from earlier, the tip for flying this was to toss it gently up in the air and it will go further. So let's see how it flies. I didn't expect that. I don't know if I want to put that in. Our second contender today is the space ring. And if you remember from earlier, the tip for this one is to pinch it between your forefinger and your thumb and push it out gently. So let's see how this one flies. Well, that was disappointing, but it is still pretty cool looking.